G'day guys, welcome back to another video on my channel, Nintendo Down Under. I get messages sometimes, well actually a fair bit, from people on Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube before, saying how do I game, because I show my collection room all the time, but people say where do you play your games, how do you have your console set up, what's your setup like? So today I'm going to go through my setup a bit more in depth. I've shown you guys before in like my 2020 room tour video when I showed my collection. I also showed this room, but I'm going to go a bit more in depth today, how I have all my consoles hooked up, how I managed to play and do all that sort of fun stuff. Let's get straight into it right now. Alright, before I go through how my games and consoles are set up, I'll quickly give you another room tour of all the stuff I've got in here. This is like my overspill room of all collectibles and trinkets and things like that I don't have room for in my main collection room, so now they live out here. We'll start things off right here. I've got a couple of Pac-Man lights. These two lights here light up by USB, but I don't have them plugged in, so they're not lit up at the moment. Just to the left of that, I've got this Soft Toy 5 collection with the 5 plushies. I've got the Yoshi one, Waluigi, Mario, Luigi, and Donkey Kong. I've had that for years since a kid, so they're still sealed in there, never taken them off, which is pretty cool. Even as a kid, I kept that. Just below here, we've got, yes, it says Xbox, but these Tokyo characters really represent Nintendo 64 for me. We've got Conker in Conker's Bad Fur Day, and we've got Banjo and Kazooie in Banjo-Kazooie, and I've got a sealed Nintendo 64 keyring. A little below that in the cubes here, we've got a Mario multi-tool, some coasters, a sealed checkers game, a massive Yoshi plush, found that in the Salvos for a really cheap price, and below that we've got some more sealed stuff, Super Mario Level Up, Super Mario Checkers, and 2 Hot Wheels cars, Yoshi and Bowser. I've got this bean here as well, from the Throwback Gamer, who does gaming hats. Check his page out on Instagram, at the Throwback Gamer, if you want some cool hats there. And yeah, moving up to the left here, we've got my mushroom that lights up, my Nintendo Down Under light, and above that, my Banjo-Kazooie number plate, which I got from a Loot Crate Gaming. I don't really do those things. When they announced the Banjo one, I signed up just to get that. And I've just got the 4 starting Pokemon, excuse the glare, pop vinyls. We've got Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Pikachu, and some little plushy key rings that are sealed, which came out with Let's Go Pokemon, Pikachu, and Let's Go Eve, which was pretty cool. I don't really collect pop vinyls, but when they announced these, I definitely got the 4 starters. That's probably all I'll get. Maybe I'll get Mewtwo as well. To the left of that, I've got this, I guess, question mark block. It's got all these cool collectibles in here. I don't really show this very often. It's got all these stickers and cards from the old school day. It's really full, really cool. So I've kept them safe in there. Just your question mark light that lights up, makes the noise. Oh, turn it back on. And I've got lots of coins in here as well. When you put the coin in the slot, makes the like question mark coin when you're collecting coins of Mario. And another question mark light here. Some random cups. When you fill this one up, it goes to blue day. Obviously when it cools down, it goes back to dark, or when there's no water in it. A Yoshi cup, a Mario and Luigi cup, a Game Boy cup, and another question mark cup. And I've got some coasters just below that. And behind that, I've got these cardboard displays from the Switch games. These Switch games came out. So Donkey Kong Country Freeze, Tropical Freeze I should say, and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Pokemon Let's Go Eve as well. And just down below there, we'll get into this area a bit more in depth in a minute, but I've got a few books here as well. The Nintendo 64 book, which is really cool, got all this information on the Nintendo 64, and Playing with Power about the NES one as well, which is really awesome. Again, moving over to the left here, got a couple of lights. I've got a Boo light, a Life Up mushroom light, and another Boo light. And over here, just got a few. These are great for Instagram photos and different things I do with all the characters. So yeah, there's a couple of Luigi's and Peach and Donkey Kong, Mario, Yoshi, Toad, Wario, Yoshi, Peach, Mario, Yoshi, Luigi, Daisy, not Daisy, Rosalina I should say, that one right there, Diddy, Different Mario ones, Koopa, we've got some Goomba, more Donkey Kong, Bullet Bill. Yeah, lots of little fun there. Some more Pixel lights as well. So got Mario, Luigi, Mario and Luigi. Little Goomba light there, which I haven't put batteries on, so it's not turned on at the moment, my mistake. And a Goomba garden statue, which is really awesome. And a fire flower statue as well, which is meant to go in the garden, but stuff that. And behind that, some more cardboard displays of Super Mario Party, Mario Tennis, which is a bit covered, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and a Mario number plate. And to the left of that, this awesome, I don't know, obviously a YouTube video on that if you haven't seen it. I've unboxed it. Luigi and Polterpup PVC painted statue, 9-inch. It's really, really awesome. Unboxed it once just to make sure it works and show you guys. But it's back and it's safe in its box now. And it lights up, the Polterpup lights up, his light lights up, the green GUI at the back lights up. Really awesome, but hard to see with the glare. Moving down to the left here, this is sort of like a bit of a Zelda area, I guess. A lot of Zelda collectors I have. So I've got these 2 awesome books, like still sealed, never opened them. All arts and artifacts and historia of Zelda. Really, really cool. I'd love to actually have a read of it one day, but it's just nice and sealed, protected. It's so heavy as well. I got a sealed Legend of Zelda chess set, which is really cool. This light, I think the battery's about going on this as well. We've got the Monopoly Collector's Edition Zelda, which is still sealed as well. And another statue just like the Luigi's Mansion one up there of a Link Breath of the Wild with the ancient arrow and stuff like that. That lights up, but I've never opened that and turned that one on. That's still sealed. Got that for my birthday from my friends a couple of years ago, which is really cool. A couple little characters down here. The ocarina, which I have like the box, the instructions for, so I should really learn to have play it one time. And a few more pixel lights here of the different color links. And just a random Japanese Ocarina of Time amiibo. I've got 2 of these, where all the rest of my amiibos are in the other room. And yeah, just some more Zelda books down here. Zelda poster. There's the Ocarina box. Some more lights. Another Zelda cup. And some more really, really cool, heavy collectible books that I have, which has got all the posters in it still. I've kept them really, really nice. And yeah, just before I get into the whole gaming setup area, I've also got these. I've got to really change these pillowcases soon. But I've got this massive light up mushroom and extra, growth mushroom as well, whatever you call it. I'm a mental blank. Mario pillow, but if I get these on my couch here eventually, with like, some sort of Nintendo pillows or Yoshi or Zelda, whatever pillows look really cool. But yeah, so I sit there, and that is sort of my gaming setup, and I've got all the Nintendo consoles pretty much hooked up. So I'll go through that now with you guys. So here's my Wii and my GameCube, my Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment System, my Switch, my PS4, PS3, my Wii U, and my 2 minis. So all of these, so if you're like me and you love playing retro games, but you now have new TVs, it gets harder and harder to play old things in new TVs because the AV ports in the back of the TV are now starting to disappear. So you need some sort of setup where you can put the AVs into like a HDMI sort of thing. So I've got this big Marantz set up here. So all of my AVs and HDMIs, it's hard to see, go into the back of this. And it's quite an expensive, powerful machine. And all I need to do, for example, so I've got the switch on at the moment, but I'll turn on, say like my mini SNES. There you go, it's turning on. So it's all programmed into my Marantz. Excuse the glare as well. So this says switch N64. I'll change it to like NES M, so it's mini. So the TV will change. Again, sorry about the reflection. So now my SNES is on. And then all I need to do is turn, say, I don't know, I'll turn something else on. I'll turn the PS3 on. How's that? Bit random. So then I'll change my Marantz, if I can find it. So it's hard to see with this bloody light on. PS3. And that should just give it a minute to kick over. There you go, my PS3 comes on. So instead of having to unplug things, plug things, get your controller and try and change channels, it all goes in to my Marantz, and then all I need to do is change the setting of what it's on. This thing here is for sound, so this thing can blow. I've got a massive sub down here, 2 big tower speakers as well, and the front channel speaker. And if I really want to crank this thing up, which I won't do to you guys, wouldn't even sound good anyway, this thing can be extremely loud and powerful. Great for watching Blu-ray or 4K sort of movies. You can sit back in your chair like I'm sitting down right now, and away you go. Even with gaming, if you want to play like Call of Duty on the PS4, which I like to do with my mates, with the guns and the explosions, it's really, really awesome and loud. So I'm really lucky there. So it took a while to get this sound system and the whole Marantz thing working because there was plenty of bugs. I changed the dial to something different, and let's say I put it on the, I'll put it back to switch. I'll put the switch on and it would do this. Well, it might not do it now. Like it's coming straight on. Sometimes say no signal. For some reason, the signal wasn't going from this one to this one. It wasn't reading and it wasn't coming up. So there was lots of tuning, lots of playing around, a lot of mucking around. But now it's really easy. Get my games, get my old school games. Even the old school, I should really set this up. I haven't got a game in it though. I turn this on, it's going to be light blinking of death. But if I turn it on, had a game on it, it would come through here as well. The screen shrinks down so you can play, because obviously an old school game like that, stretched too much, it wouldn't work on the TV, so it shrinks it down so you can play it on the TV. So I highly recommend trying to get yourself some sort of you know, multi-channel system like I have, where you can plug everything into the back and then away you go. So that's my gaming setup right there. I didn't want to get too technical with you guys because that'd be a bit hard and be a bit dry. So I was trying to sort of dumb it down a bit, explain how the different consoles go into the Marantz. That's the Marantz right here, and how I can just change the dial and bang, I can play everything. So I can basically, which I should have said before, is I can have every single console turned on, and I can just go from console to console to console. Say I'm playing something on the Switch, it needs a download. Okay, I'll let it download. I'll change the dial, I'll play something else. I get a bit bored of that. Or like, I don't know, I want to pause for some reason, play something else. I can play a few games on the go at once, have it all going. That'd be a bit unnecessary though, with power, and you don't really need things going and paused. But it's very easy, very accessible. It's a really good setup. Like I said, I had lots of teething issues early. The signals weren't feeding through, but I've got there now. And then me and my family, we can all sit down and play together. We can all play what we want without having to have messy cords all over the place. I should have said also that I've got 2 kill switch on the back. So instead of having all this thing in standby, there's 2 power switches at the back which I flick, which kills all the power to it once I've done gaming, so it's not in standby, and there's no power surges, things spark, and I damage consoles, or touching wood, I burn something down. So yeah, it's good to be safe, saves money, saves power, saves damage, and all those sorts of things. If you haven't already, guys, don't forget to like me on Facebook, Nintendo Down Under. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Nintendo Down Under. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and take care.